Alright, this is part 2 of my DIY lid for my 120 gallon aquarium that I made. I found my latches that I was looking for. I happened to go out to about take a picture of them and to post and see if people would help me find them, and then I flipped one over and saw who made it up underneath the handle. So I looked them up and then was able to order some. I ordered mine off of Amazon, which is through DB Roberts Inc. is one of the retailers that carry these. So the manufacturer doesn't sell them directly. You have to go through one of their retailers. Anyway, I found that this is how it comes packaged. I got 8 of them. These are less than $10 a piece. I actually called Southco and tried to get some help getting what I wanted, and the one they were trying to hook me up with was like $30, which I didn't want that one. Explain a little bit more of that. If you see right there on the package, this 621025, that's the code for this one. I'll explain that. 62 is the model number, 10 is the size, the 2 is how far it grips, and the 5 is the finish. I got their website pulled up, and I'll show you a little bit more of that. Some tools I used for installing them. The biggest thing was finding a 5/8 drill bit. Lowe's didn't have one. I ended up finding this at Ace Hardware. It's DeWalt bit. I was about to use a step bit, but luckily I found that and took the step bit kit back. I had to use one of these hole saws. My panel's thicker, or as thick as the part that locks the hinge down to your panel, or your lid, your panel, whatever. Of course, a drill, tape measure just in case, and some wrenches to tighten everything down as needed. The 3/8 drill bit is to make the hole big enough for this part, or no, not 3/8, 5/8. Sorry, is so that you can make the hole for the lever for this part to fit in, and then this rests on top of your lid, and then you lock it down with this, and then the rest of the pieces are for your paw here to catch whatever you're using to latch. My lid, as you saw in my first video, is about a 1/4 inch thick, which is basically this. So I had to use my hole saw to remove the bottom to be able to make mine work. But real quick, I'm going to show you the website, and or Southco's website, so you can look up any ones that you or find whatever you might want to use for whatever project you're working on. So here's the Southco website at southco.com. You can find it by googling it. When you get to their page, it's the top one here, cam compression latches, which is going to bring you to this page. It's the bottom picture down here, bottom right. Select that one, which takes you to another page, and you have to select the top right picture, which brings you to this page, which is general information about lift and turn compression latches. From this page, you need to view the parts list, which looks like this, and it's about 6 pages of these for this category. Then the other page that's helpful is this download product specs. You want to select that, and then it's going to give you dimensions and all, and then this part about how to read their codes. Like I said earlier, mine's 621025. So the 62 is, the series, the 7 is the size, because like 10 small, 20 is medium, something like that. And then that 25 is a 2-part code. Of course, the 2 is your grip, how the what kind of dimensions that paw will expand to be able to latch. And then of course the 5 is your finish code, which they got about 5 finishes that you can choose from, so you can find what you're looking for. They don't sell directly, so you take that code, go to Amazon, type it in. That's how I found mine, and then I ordered them through Amazon and had them sent. So that way you can hopefully find a decent price, because they only sell these to a couple different I think retailers that luckily the one on Amazon is on Amazon, so you can get a hold of them pretty easy. So here's one of my lids. It's upside down. There's one of them installed. If you look over here, here's the 2-part hole. The hole saw that I had, or bit that I used to drill the bigger part, and of course the smaller is the 5/8 to allow that section of the compression latch to fit through. And since my panel's 1/4 inch thick, because it's the 2 pieces sandwiched together, I had to drill this out to allow the lock washer and nut to be able to access the threads to be able to tighten it down. But this is how it is when it's locked down. The latch is in the lock position with the paw sticking. You can flip these paws this way or the other way, depending on how you need to use it to lock, so which works out pretty well. So here's one of them, or I got the lid flipped over and I got the compression latch installed, or one of them. I'm putting 4 per lid, 2 for the front, 2 for the back. You can see it lifts up like that. Turn it out of the way and it unlocks. It has one position to lock, so you always have to turn it to that position, because if you're this way it's not going to go, and that's so that you have that paw in the correct position when you lock it. But there's the others. There's the hole for the last one I have to install, and the one on this side. The other lid's done. It's on the aquarium, working real well. I'm going to put the last one in and then show you the top of the aquarium with all of them in place. I have all 8 latches installed now, and the project has turned out like I wanted it to since I found the latches and got them installed. They're working like a champ. If you've seen the part 1 video for this, I had to pry up my lids to get them out, but now I got the latches and I can just undo them, and then it gives me something to hold on and lift the panels out. They're locking into the side of the aquarium, if you can see that right there, pretty well, and securing my lids so my Bredli carpet can't get out, push her way out. I'm very pleased at how it turned out. They're working like I expected them to. So if you have any kind of project you're working on and you need some kind of latch, you might want to check out Southco's page and see if they have anything that might work for whatever you're doing. That way you can find what you need to secure whatever you're working on. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the page.